You gotta be an idiot to bet on that parlay.
It's DTF or bust.
Put it on my mama's porch tomorrow. Welcome back to Hold My Beth podcast. I'm your host, Brandon Park. Here with me today, as always, Mr. Dylan Fields. Dylan, how's it going?
What's going on, everybody? We are sweating. I am sweating. I got the Calling Our Shots ladder challenge going right now. I am on day 3 of the 4 days. I missed the first day. We're about to hit the 4th day in a row, though. So I'm just tuning in, watching the rest of this Magic game. I need 2 more points from Paolo, and I'm waiting on 1 more assist from Steph Curry. We're trying to turn $10 into $10,000 in 10 days. Kind of a crazy little risk, but we're gonna get there.
I love it. Hopefully you land that. That'd be sweet.
Yeah, I could use it.
But yeah, I'm just living life on my off day. Have a nice cold Miller High Life right now. And was just watching a little bit of the Xavier and DePaul game. It's still going on right now. It's a close game now. Xavier was down by like 12 at one point.
Nice.
Yeah, it looks like they're down by 3 right now with 3 minutes and 30 seconds to go. But very scrappy game going on right now, though. But Dylan, we have a lot to talk about today.
It's been a wild week.
It has been a wild week, and free agency hasn't even started yet. We'll go ahead and start with the biggest news, though. The Baltimore Ravens placed Lamar Jackson on a non-exclusive franchise tag. Have you ever heard of that before this happened?
I believe only once. I think we've.
Do you remember who it was?
No.
No, I had heard. I did find out that this had happened before. I'd never necessarily heard of it, so it was news to me. Apparently, with that tag, the tag for Lamar is $32 million, and then that gives Lamar the ability to talk to any team that is interested in his services, and they have the right to give him an offer or an offer sheet. And then, with that being said, the Ravens have the opportunity to be able to match that offer if they want to. If they don't take that offer, the team that signs him has to surrender their, at minimum, their next 2 first-round picks.
This just doesn't make sense to me. Like, I don't get the value behind this. Like, I don't know. Part of me doesn't think this is gonna work out. Like, I think something's gonna get screwy here.
Oh, definitely. Do you think that this is collusion by any means necessary by NFL teams? Now that they're all saying, "Oh, we're not interested anymore." Like, there's no reason that Atlanta Falcons should be saying we're not interested while they have Kyle Pitts and Drake London on the rookie contracts.
Yeah. You could say maybe collusion, maybe a little insider trading. I don't know, but I don't like whatever's going on because this man deserves to get paid.
Oh, absolutely. And the reason I think it's collusion, I know a lot of pretty much every owner in the NFL was mad at the Haslams, actually. Funny enough, the Browns, for giving Deshaun Watson his guarantees and money for his contract, because they just took a huge step that no one was really looking forward to for at least a few more years. But nonetheless, they gave it to someone that hadn't played in a season.
Yeah.
I mean, I can't say I'm mad about it, but because at least our team doesn't have to really suffer with that problem. We were the one that made the problem.
That's right. We are the problem.
Mm-hmm.
It's me.
The problem child.
Funny.
Um,
By the way, as I'm watching this Orlando Magic Utah Jazz game, did you see how ugly the Jazz jerseys are tonight?
Well, are they wearing the black ones tonight?
No, they're wearing the highlighter yellow jerseys.
Oh, those ones are awful. Those ones
They
are
just look
awful.
weird.
I like the ones that they
By the
had
way,
before.
yeah.
The yellow, yeah, I liked those ones, but their new jerseys are probably some of the worst jerseys I've ever seen in professional sports.
Mm-hmm. Paolo just hit one of two free throws. I got one more point. One more point and one more assist from Steph.
Hey,
Unreal.
but since we're still on the Lamar topic,
Yeah, sorry.
no, you're good. Do you think there should still be any teams that should be willing to surrender those picks, and it will probably be a little bit more too, um, to get Lamar's rights?
Sorry, repeat the question. I was interrupted.
Do you Do you think there should be any teams that should be willing to surrender those first round picks and get a franchise quarterback and former MVP in Lamar Jackson?
Mm,
I can name at least six:
yeah, give me him.
Falcons, Commanders. Um, shoot, if you want to get crazy, the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Um, let's see. I know the Colts don't really want to do it, but I'd even say the Colts. They already have
Yeah.
a winning team right now. Might as well just go all in. Um, let's see. Houston wouldn't even be a bad one because they would just have to get rid of their first round picks.
Yeah.
Because they didn't say which first round picks. It just
Mm-hmm.
said the next 2 years. So they could trade the Browns' first round draft pick this year. Granted, they don't have the team around him.
No.
So it wouldn't really make a ton of sense for them. The one that I think that should do it the most, though, is the Detroit Lions.
That'd be so cool.
Yeah, that would be a actually kind of scary team. They could just focus on getting a bunch of defensive players because that's where they really lacked.
Yeah.
And granted, I think Jared Goff's perfectly fine. I don't think he was the problem whatsoever. He played phenomenal this year.
Yeah.
So I really don't see that being the problem. I think it's worth entertaining it at least.
I'd like to entertain it because I like the Lions. I think the Lions are a fun team to watch.
Absolutely. Let's see, what's another team that could trade for him? I said the Commanders, the Jets, if they don't land Aaron Rodgers, which it sounds like everyone's saying that they will, but I think honestly a lot of the New York media is just trying to hype it up.
You know what? Fuck the Jets for what they pulled. Well, it wasn't even them. It was Shefty. Fuck Shefty for what he pulled today. He totally blue-balled everybody thinking that Aaron Rodgers was going to the Jets today.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Total
that
blue
was
ball.
cold. That was cold.
Not cool.
They got a good safety though.
Yes, they did. Was it Chuck Clark?
Yeah,
Yeah, that
he's
was
solid.
awesome.
He's solid.
Yeah. Very solid.
Yeah, for a seventh round pick too.
Mm-hmm.
Well,
Excellent.
yeah, I definitely think there's quite a few teams that should call for Lamar. Even the Panthers. The Panthers would turn over like overnight, especially
Yeah,
with all the cap room that they have.
absolutely.
They don't really need to draft anyone. If they got
No.
him, they wouldn't need that pick.
Yeah.
And that division's like up for grabs too. Like go all
Well,
in.
yeah, because the best quarterback now is Derek Carr.
Yeah, Derek Carr, that's beatable. He don't get me wrong, Derek Carr's been pretty solid, but like
He does have Chris Olave now.
yeah, he has Chris Olave and the slant god.
Yeah. Slant God if he ever hits the field again.
Yeah, that's true. He's just collecting that check. I know
Yeah.
Keyshawn Johnson doesn't want to hear that, but and it sucks because he was a Buckeye too.
Yeah. I know. He had a really good career at Ohio State.
Oh yeah,
Did you see I got a lot of heat for my tight end comment?
Not a lot. I mean, you got some for sure. You got some heat for it. But
I
I
was
thought it was absolutely valid.
I was told that it was only worth watching to hear my stupid take. Because
Yeah, Cody,
oh,
Cody, if you're hearing this, um, I think we need to have you on the show so you and Dylan can debate this.
so that same day that I posted that video, I went to the doctor's house. I went to Blake's house, and Blake goes, "Hold on, I gotta tell you something." And I go, "What?" He goes, "Only the stupidest players play a tight end because it's the easiest position to play." I'm like, "You watched my video?" Yeah.
Oh, that's so funny.
By the way, did we confirm that we have a guest for Sunday? Well, for Monday's episode.
We have not. They had to reschedule.
Ah, okay.
So in the next coming weeks, we'll have at least one guest. Hopefully,
Excellent.
we'll get a couple more guests in between then.
Yeah.
Um, Hopefully, you can reach out to Dane, maybe even if he wants to come on, or
Yeah. I'd love to have Dane on.
yeah, anyone that wants to come on, you're more than welcome to. We'll send you an invite. Don't worry.
Come debate. We embrace the debate.
Absolutely.
By the way,
Um, yeah,
my parlay hit.
it did.
Yep.
Good
So we are
shit.
4 days in. 4 days in a row.
So how
ten
much are you at
dollars to
right
10.
now?
So because I'm a day behind, I missed out on that first day. So technically, I'm like a day behind everybody. So everybody should be at 150. I'm at, I'm at like 75.
Okay, okay.
Let's see, hold on. Okay, so well, the games aren't over yet. So because the games aren't over, I won't know because Golden State's still in the third quarter. But let's see. I'll be at $76.
Okay.
So
That's solid.
tomorrow I'll be trying to turn 76 into 150.
Hey, there we go.
Yes. But we can talk about bets later. Sorry. I just get so
Yeah,
excited.
no problem. No problem. So we mentioned it a little bit earlier. Derek Carr ended up choosing the Saints,
Yeah.
which actually surprised me. I thought for sure he was going to be a New York Jet, but it seems like the Jets turned on the Jets and went for Aaron Rodgers. They're
And
hoping
they
and
released
praying they
Jackson
get him.
Marriott today.
Yeah. Honestly, I think it would be absolutely hilarious if the Jets don't get Aaron Rodgers.
At this point, yeah.
I'm actually praying they don't get Aaron Rodgers just because of what the Jets did to us this season as Browns fans. I pray they don't get Aaron Rodgers just because I want them to feel the pain.
We always have stupid losses to the Jets.
Yeah, we really do. I mean, usually we beat the Jets, but like
Mm-hmm.
it's always a stupid game, and it's always closer than it should be.
It's because you're only as good as your opponent.
Exactly. Um, and with that being said, the Saints did cut, or are going to cut Jameis Winston. So he's now going to be a free agent once again.
Tampa!
Um, yeah. I think it's very likely that he could go back to Tampa.
That's the best situation.
Yeah, in my opinion, that's his best chance,
If
to
he's
get
if
a
he's
starting
healthy,
job.
if he's healthy, you want him over Kyle Trask.
Oh, absolutely. It's not even a question. It's not
But
even
not
a
over
question.
Justin Crum.
No. No. I mean, Jameis Winston's always been solid. He just is kind of careless with the football.
Yeah.
And he's slow. He's very slow.
Yeah.
And I mean, he'll be back with his old weapons and everything.
He can't see down there. He's seeing ghosts. That's Daniel Jones, but he had to get that. I think he had to get laser eye surgery to be able to see better.
Oh, that was Sam Darnold.
Oh yeah, he was
That's
seeing
Sam
ghosts.
Darnold that
But
was seeing ghost.
yeah, but wasn't Jameis blaming his interceptions on he can't see that far?
Yes,
Yeah, I thought
yes.
so.
And I
But
also
yeah,
found out a
Sam
fun
Darnold
fact. I also found out a fun fact today. I
must
found
be.
out that C.J. Stroud apparently needed contacts his whole life, and the reason he wasn't more recruited was because he literally couldn't see down the field. Like he couldn't see the whole
Oh,
field. So when he got to Ohio State and he got that money, he was able to get contacts and do eye therapy. And that was like his number
wow.
one thing on like when he was asked why he wasn't recruited higher in high school. That was like his number one answer. Like I couldn't afford contacts. I was damn near homeless at the times.
Wow.
Yeah, because when he
Look at him now.
was, I think it was when he was 5. His dad got sentenced to prison for 38 years.
Oh wow.
Yeah, sad story, but I think he's doing a lot
Future
better now.
future first overall pick by the Colts.
Ooh, traded up with the Colts.
Yep.
That'd be interesting. I think it's either going to be the Colts or the Panthers as of right now that trades up for it.
Panthers. Yeah.
If they're
Interesting.
desperate enough, I mean, if they're going to draft a position, they need to get a quarterback. And why not get the best quarterback or the quarterback you want
Yeah.
rather than trying to take another year? Especially you have Frank Reich as your head coach now, who's
Hmm.
supposedly a good quarterback coach. I mean, he played quarterback in the NFL, so
Would you take if you're the Panthers? Would you take Stroud or would you take Anthony Richardson? Because Richardson's kind of like a Cam Newton.
okay.
I mean,
So
I'm taking
I
Stroud. I'm
need
taking
I
Stroud.
need it depends. It depends. So I would have to know whether I'm getting a solid veteran that could start ahead, or if I have to find someone that's starting day one. If I find a veteran, even like if you want to go crazy with it, Jimmy Garoppolo, or
Hmm.
even like I don't even know, like a Jacoby Brissett. Even I would even say Jacoby Brissett. I thought he proved
Ooh,
enough on the
Jacoby
ground.
Brissett. Jacoby Brissett would look good in Carolina.
Yeah,
He
I could
could.
see him
He could
being
do
their
some.
starting quarterback.
Yeah. Yeah.
Say you go Jacoby, and then same deal comes to like week 10. Start getting Richardson some snaps as long as Jacoby stays healthy. I mean, I think that'd be a match made in heaven, honestly.
Yeah.
Um, but I think Richardson has a bigger upside. I'm a bigger fan of Stroud, but that's also Ohio State bias.
Hmm.
I think I think it all just depends on the landing spot.
Yeah.
Ultimately, like Richardson would probably thrive at one place, while Stroud would probably struggle at that place. They both need very different things to happen in the draft.
It's gonna be a fun draft. This might be one of my favorite drafts since like the Baker Mayfield draft and like Miles Garrett's draft.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Especially since we'll go ahead and break into that right now. The Cardinals also want to trade down from number 3, so our top three is going to look completely different than it does right now.
The Cardinals are at 3.
Yep,
They are?
yep.
Why do I feel like I didn't know that? How I missed that?
I don't know. The
Oh, you
Arizona
know what?
Cardinals are horrible this year.
You know what? They were just projected to get a defensive player. That's why.
Yeah, and I actually made a little comment on here. What teams Totally
bud.
would have had that. I said, what teams could be interested in moving up to number 3 with the Cardinals? And is this a trade that happens before draft day or the day of the pick?
Day of the pick.
Ooh, I like that. I like that. I think if a team's going to bite the bullet like that, I feel like it's going to happen at least a week or two before. So they have
Yeah.
enough time to interview whoever they want to draft. Maybe even get to see their pro day.
Yeah.
Also, why do you think the Cardinals want to move down other than the fact that they just want more picks? Because I have a theory that it's more than that. And I think they're playing it the smart way if they're playing it the way that I think they should.
You think they're trying to unload on Kyler?
No, I think that they still want Jalen Carter, but they think that teams are going to be scared to draft him. Now that his recent incident happened, they're going to see his character issues, apparently. And I think some teams are going to be scared. It's going to be sort of like the Laramie Tunsil thing, other than the fact that this didn't come out on draft day. So I think that's something that could happen. I also wouldn't be surprised if they wanted to go crazy and get Nolan Smith somewhere later in the draft. Maybe get Carter and Smith. Get a Georgia duo. That would be nuts. That'd be a good start to your defense. Especially if Kyler's going to be missing most of the season. Might as well just go all in and get some picks,
Yeah.
Get people on rookie contracts, get your expiring contracts out. They already got rid of who's now called Chosen Robbie Anderson.
Yeah.
Did you see he changed his name legally?
Yeah, and then he just got
He
waived.
just get axed. Unfortunate, but
So funny though.
And then in other news, we already talked about Aaron Rodgers meeting with the Jets. Basically, the Jets organization flew out west to meet with Aaron Rodgers. Seemed like the meeting went well, considering the Jets and Packers already basically have a trade lined up, and it's just in Aaron Rodgers' hands whether he says, yeah, I'll go there or not. Curious what that trade is, though. I'm curious if the Jets, how many picks they surrender or what it may be.
Yeah. And
That's probably what I'm most excited about.
do the Jets have a decent first round pick?
Not really. I think it's, I don't even know.
It's got to be top 15 now.
I don't think so. Let me look. I don't even know what their first round pick is, but it would definitely be a couple first round picks that they would have. But do you think that Aaron Rodgers ends up in New York?
I think, I think for sure we're going to get him in Brett Favre's footsteps.
Ooh, that was a good call. Yeah, Brett Favre did get traded to the Jets. And that was also the last time the Jets were top 10 in offense.
Yep. They had the 13th pick.
They have the 13th?
And then Green Bay has the 15th.
Okay, that's what I was getting mixed up. Okay. That makes sense now. Why did I turn my phone off?
It's so weird to see that New Orleans has the 29th pick.
They have that from Philadelphia. They traded Gardner Johnson to Philly at the beginning of the season for a first round pick.
This is from San Francisco through the Dolphins and the Broncos.
What?
Mm-hmm.
Are you sure about that? Oh, wait. Yeah, they do. That was for the rights of Sean Payton.
Yeah,
Damn, I didn't even think
weird.
about that.
Yeah, that's so weird. What
Hmm.
does it mean? So it says pick number 21, Miami. It says forfeited.
So that was for the Sean Payton and Tom Brady tampering. They lost their first round pick for this year.
So that pick's just not happening?
Yep.
It's just going to go from 20 to 22?
Yep.
Really?
Yep.
Weird.
It is going to
We're
be
only
weird.
48.
I'm pretty sure that's how that's going to work. I think
Hmm.
that it's just going to skip right to the next pick.
All right. We're only 48 days away, by the way. You had that backwards, though. New Orleans pick is number 10, but it's going to the Eagles. Or did you say it right?
I said it right, I thought.
Okay. Well,
Because Gardner
I was
Johnson was from the Saints.
yeah, I was just talking about who the Saints have. At what pick do they have? So I was just we were on two different pages. But anywho,
Oh,
Jets are
okay.
at 13. Jets are at 13. Green Bay's at 15. It's gonna be a fun draft.
Oh, yeah, I'm excited for it.
I'm
Maybe
just
we
so
even do a
pissed we don't
YouTube
get.
live for it.
Yeah, I'm just so pissed we don't get to get excited for our first round pick.
Yeah, that was the best thing about being a losing Browns team. But I'll take winning, even though
Yeah,
we didn't really do much this year. But,
no,
oh well.
still a fun season.
Hmm. It's going to make this season more fun, at least, hopefully. Fingers
Hmm.
crossed, at least. But one last thing that I had on here to talk about was Daniel Jones.
Oof.
That was a tough pill to swallow for Giants fans, in my opinion. I actually saw a lot of people defending him,
I mean,
believe it or
hey,
not.
he performed. He played real well. I mean, the second half of the season and pretty much almost the whole season.
Yeah,
I
he just
mean, he
didn't put
proved
up
that
any like huge numbers, but I believe, if I'm not mistaken, he was second in passing yards.
was he?
He was up there in passing yards.
I don't know about maybe second, but he was up there.
I heard someone say that today, and I thought they were absolutely delusional.
Hmm. Delusional.
Let's see. Where is he at? Yeah, I knew that there was no way.
Mm-mm.
I just know that he had a career year for sure. But I
Well, he
mean,
kind of had to. He had to show out, but with them doing that, they're able to franchise tag Saquon Barkley. That opens up the floor there. But they're kind
but
of they're
Saquon has
not. I
to
wouldn't.
sign it still.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
True.
he's not going to sign for 10 million.
Mm-mm.
But I mean, shoot, that's tough. 4 years, 160 million for 15 touchdown passes for 5 interceptions. I mean, that's rough.
Yeah.
I can't say I'd be willing to pay the money for that, but
Well,
not my
we
team, not
paid
my
Deshaun,
problem.
we paid Deshaun more, so we do have a problem
Yeah, but Deshaun at least has proven something in the past.
in the past.
In the past. In the
He's
past.
got to show out now.
Yeah, now's all that matters. Do you think that could historically turn into one of the worst contracts in NFL history if it doesn't
Deshaun?
pan out.
Yeah.
No. Well, that
Oh,
one too, I guess. Yeah.
Daniel Jones? Yeah,
Yeah.
because we moved on to the guaranteed money age, starting with Kirk Cousins, Deshaun Watson, and now Daniel Jones. It's just going to become a trend with all the players. They're going to want guaranteed money, and it's just not going to work out. But DeAndre Hopkins, said that he was willing to make a more team-friendly contract just recently after Deshaun Watson said he was willing to renegotiate his contract. So it's just stars keep aligning to get D-Hop to Cleveland.
I'm actually really hoping that he does come to Cleveland. I know that you're not too big on it, and I'm hoping it won't be too much
No,
to
because
make it
we
happen.
need youth and we need youth and speed.
You think we need youth and speed? Because I don't.
Yes.
I think it's win now mode, man. It's now or never.
Well, yeah, it's now or never. But are we going to get a Super Bowl just because we bring on DeAndre Hopkins? What about on our defense? I would rather spend more money on our defense than to get another receiver.
Yeah, that's fair.
When we can
That's
pick up
fair.
a guy in the draft, who can catch a ball and run. We need guys who can stop the run, who can stop Patrick Mahomes, who can stop Josh Allen, who can
Yeah.
stop Jalen Hurts, who can stop Christian McCaffrey. I mean, we need guys who can legit take us to a championship and win us a Super Bowl.
Right. I could agree with that. I just don't think there's too many of those options out there. I think, if they go and get Hargrave, that's one step that fixes one major hole in our defensive line.
Yeah.
Definitely need to bring back Deion Jones. He didn't do anything crazy. He's older, but he was better than what we had.
Well, it'll be
And
great to
then-
have Anthony Walker and JOK back. Like, that's two huge pieces of our defense that we missed the entire season.
Yeah, and then if we could somehow get Poyer, like Jordan Poyer, on a contract, or Jesse Bates, if we want to get crazy. There's some youth. He's only 25.
The thing about Jesse Bates, though, is because he was a cheaper route for the Bengals, he's now going to be wanting money because he showed out for the Bengals. And
Exactly, and that's why I would almost rather Jordan Poyer.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
But there was one tweet that I wanted to talk about.
Is this where you call me out?
No, actually, I'm going to do that one first. I'm going to get that one out of the way. Right before we started recording, I opened up Twitter, and I saw McNeil on Twitter tweet, most overrated song of all time is, and then I see underneath it, Refill and Chill, Bohemian Rhapsody.
Yeah. I hate Bohemian Rhapsody so much.
That's such a shame. That's such a shame.
I hear it every freaking Browns game because somebody keeps voting for it to be the sing-along. And everybody sings, Scaramouche, Scaramouche, will you do the fandango? Thunderbolt of lightning. Fucking annoying.
It's my
so
favorite
annoying.
part of the song.
Oh my god, no. So annoying.
No, as long as it's I can respect it as long as it's it wasn't Don't Stop Me Now, because when I worked at the Indians, I looked forward to hearing that song every day because I knew once that song came on, I was going on my lunch break.
See, I also hate Don't Stop Believing by Journey. I think anytime you
Okay.
put Journey on, except for Worlds Collide from Stranger Things, Don't Stop Believing. I can't. It's just too overplayed. Somebody did say that another most overplayed song would have been, or overrated song was Mr. Brightside, but just when you hear Mr. Brightside come on in the bar, you just get so hyped. Like, there's just nothing that matches when it's just like, come on out of the cage and I was doing just fine. It's so great. And you're like,
Hopefully, we don't get
Johnny!
copyrighted for that.
If they want to copyright my bad singing, come on, go ahead, Red. Go right ahead.
It's a parody, guys. Chill out. But anyways, the tweet that I wanted to talk about was it was a debate from GPA football or JPA football. Which team got the best deal? It was Daniel Jones, 4 years, 160 million. Dak Prescott, 4 years, 160 million. Matt Stafford, 4 years, also 160 million. Derek Carr, 4 years, 150 million, or Geno Smith, 3 years for 105 million.
I think where it stands, Matthew Stafford, because he won a Super Bowl.
But he got that after he signed that. Or before he signed that.
Yeah. Oh, before?
Mm-hmm.
Good point. Yeah, now they're kind of fucked.
Yeah. I know who I chose. I chose Geno Smith, even though his contract was very front-loaded. It was definitely set up to where, they could move off of him after this. Like, he has all this year, and then they're probably going to try to find his replacement. And he already got asked about being a mentor for if they would bring a quarterback in. He said he would be open to it and wouldn't have a problem with it at all.
That's cool.
Mm-hmm. But I was surprised on some of the answers I saw. Like, some people said Derek Carr. Then Dak Prescott was on there, which that one's not looking too hot now.
No.
But yeah, that was all I had for this episode.
Awesome. I know I am riding high on, like I said, the ladder challenge. Trying not to jinx it. I do also have a bet going into the weekend. I did bet that there was going to be a hole-in-one on hole 17 at the Players Tournament this weekend, and it hit bright and early this morning. Only 6 holes in, Buckley hit a hole-in-one on 17, which was incredible because it's only happened like 6 times in the last 10, 15 years or something like that. And it was the underdog to hit yes. So I was like, let's go. And I also have Colin Morikawa winning the entire tournament. He is currently placed at second after day 1.
Nice.
And that's all I got for right now. Just climbing the ladder and betting on golf.
Hell yeah, absolutely. Well, Dylan, I think that's going to do it.
Remember to gamble responsibly. Please call 1-800-GAMBLER. Love you guys.
Peace.